Hey, what's up guys? So I wanted to do this quick video real quick because I woke up this morning with like some really different vibes than what I've been getting. Some more like clarity in my own mind or heart, I guess. And basically I'm just gonna go through a quick like summary of what's been going on the last like 2 weeks. So and you can kind of take it for yourself of what that might mean to you, but I had a lot of synchronistic stuff happen this last like 2 weeks, and it kind of makes me think that this event that we're all so excited about kind of is an event in itself, because we all have auras and we all have different things we're good at. And you know, you can think of this colorful wave as many different things. I mean, even if it's just a certain group of people that get a different level of awareness, that are, you know, using the internet or using whatever means of communication they can to be a catalyst for somebody to start thinking differently. I mean, that's how it all starts. And it really doesn't vibe with me or resonate with me that there's gonna be some big physical wave of something, because everything out here is from in here. There is no out here. It isn't even, it's just in here. So to say something's coming from the outside to fix the inside is like saying that we're gonna change the reflection in the mirror by like changing the mirror, because you know that's not how it works. You gotta change in here and then change out here, and then the reflection changes. So it's backwards, and it just, anybody who's enlightened in any way is gonna understand what I'm saying. Like but then there's other things too, like, so check it. Okay, so about a week ago I just had this like energy just pumping, like just I could feel something, and I just got on the internet and I was like, yo, I don't even remember what I typed in, but I saw a video about this energy wave coming to the planet, and I'm like, you know, cool, I want to believe in this, this would be great. But I realized it was coming from like an ego structure, almost like an egotistical structure, like, oh, now you're gonna believe me, right? Now you're gonna think everything I've been doing is right. Almost like I have some doubt in my heart that I need some validation or something for what's been going on, but I don't. So honestly, this is what I think. Like, I mean, it was weird that the video I pulled up also had a lot of things I heard in it, which was like, it was one of Allison's videos, and she was talking about some of her sessions, and she said, you know, my client's super bored now. She's been bored for this amount of time, and nothing's really stimulating her anymore. And it was just written for me to hear that, because that was exactly what I was going through. And then at the end, she was talking about it's important for my client to stop this addiction or whatever physical addiction she has, because to master that, you have to deal with it, and for it just to be taken is not going to be any level of mastery. So when this awakening started happening for me like 6 years ago, I picked up a really gnarly heroin addiction. I was smoking like $140 worth of heroin a day, and it kept me isolated and allowed me to learn and do all this work. But randomly, like a month ago, I just like cold turkeyed it. Like I used tobacco dip, and I just quit it all cold turkey, just boom, it was just done. I just had a feeling, it sucked. I was sick for like 2 weeks, I didn't sleep for 3 weeks, but I did it. And when she said that, I mean, it was just like there was a lot of things she was saying that resonated with exactly what I was going through at the time. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all gonna be like exactly how we think it is. I mean, this is just like, we're like a bunch of Christians trying to decipher what 666 stands for, and we all got our interpretation of it, and we all want to be right. But I mean, once you reach these certain fundamental truths, there's just certain things that you don't really worry about anymore, because you just know that if it's within these guidelines, it's true, and it's true everywhere. And if it's not, then, you know, it's just not. So that's part of a dualistic plane. I mean, there's always going to be light and dark, and wherever there's light, there's going to be dark, and wherever there's dark, there's going to be light. I mean, it's just how it works. So it doesn't make sense to me that this could happen to me so easily without seeing anything, but it couldn't happen to anybody else. So there's no linear time, guys. There's no linear time. So if we use that fundamental truth, there's no time, okay? So this event already has taken place then, if that's how it's going to be. And if there's no physical time, there's no physical reality, there's only consciousness. That's it. So I guess I'm not saying it has to happen or it doesn't, but just from talking about this event or hearing people talk about it has actually brought me to my own, like, it actually has elevated me through this process. Like, something I learned about myself was like this guidance I've been getting in the heart, like through this vortex of whatever it is. Once you do all this work on yourself and you clear all these false ideas and beliefs that aren't yours through truth, and that would be like through Christ. Christ would be truth, God would be love. So the source that you are can come in more as you clear more. So I realized I had this connection that was like synchronicities were just like every minute, and like every second was like complete clarity of what was going on and why. And even when I met other people, I could completely read their whole like vibrational, like their whole like vibrational like signature, what they were going through and why, and what I could say to them to help them. And I became really aware of that. And through this event like talk, I was able to come to this realization that that source is me, and I'm that source, and that's what I've been getting guided from this whole time. And I know exactly how that works. And it was almost like reaching a checkpoint of like, almost like a graduation to start going to something, what's next, you know? So, I mean, I just don't think, I think that the physical event, this thing that people are thinking of that's going to be physical, I think that's really ego-based. And I hear a lot of, when I hear videos of it, all I hear is people just repeating what they've heard from other people. And that's really like, the way that comes across to somebody who's, I don't want to like sound egotistical, but somebody who's kind of aware, the way that comes across to me in the moment I hear that, somebody repeating somebody else's information, but you reek of like uncertainty when you're taking it from somebody else and saying it yourself. You just have this essence of, I want the glory for these words, but I don't have any idea what they're connected to, and I didn't have to earn it. So when I hear that shit, I'm just like, yo, you can be excited about that all you want, but I'm gonna set my clock, and I'm pretty sure it can go around billions of times, and nothing from the outside is ever going to visibly come say, yo, here's this big rainbow wave and we're all gonna be enlightened. Because I know that I had to go through like 6-7 years worth of stuff just to get to this point. There's no way in one moment or even in 1 year somebody could do that. I mean, if they did, it's because they're really good at doing the work. But if something's gonna come help them just do that, that's not how it's supposed to be. The whole purpose of this is to struggle, understand, discover, not just be given stuff. That's why you came here, to experience duality and separation from the totality that is one on the other side. So when they're like, when people are getting hypnotized and they're talking to their higher self, I mean, literally that's like saying their higher self is different than my higher self. We're all source, yo. There's no separation. We're all the one. I mean, I could paint 100 pictures, right? And those pictures all look different in the physical reality, but on some spiritual realm, that you can see the connection they all have to my mind. I created all of them. They're all connected from the one source. So if my body, like if our body was like a balloon and it was filled with oxygen, and that was like the soul inside the balloon in the body, and there was all this oxygen on the outside of the balloon also, but the balloon thought it was separate from all that oxygen because it was inside the balloon. The oxygen was in the balloon, so it doesn't realize that it still has this connection with the oxygen outside the balloon, even though it's inside the balloon. And then once it pops, back into all the oxygen, all connected again. I mean, I don't know if that's a good metaphor, but like, we're all the same on the other side, yo. That's how synchronicities work. It's like a bunch of things helping us invisibly to get paths lined up. So if it's meant for me to meet you and it's meant for me to hear something you have to say, then our guides, who are literally quantum, no time, no space, no distance, will start setting up every way in which I can hear what you have to say. And that might be what this whole event hype is about. A way to bring us all together, to hear different things and understand different things, to cross a collective checkpoint as well as individual checkpoints. So this is just my take on it real quick, yo. Remember, think outside. Like, it doesn't always have to be like exactly what it sounds like. It could always, the way the Bible's written especially just shows me like exactly what the attitude and the attitude and the essence and the humor of spirit is, like, so interesting how it's conveyed. Almost like once you come to this awareness, there's like this secret humor between you and spirit that it has a way of showing you personally exactly what you need to know, and there's no doubt in your heart of hearts that that's true and no one can tell you otherwise. And that's why it has to be a personal thing. No one can teach you. You can't read it. You can be guided, but it's between you and your oxygen out here, oxygen in here. Once the oxygen in here gets reconnected with the oxygen out here, realizes it's all one, good to go. All right, have a great day, guys, and I hope somebody could get something out of this.